Hi, Jason.
Hey, Naresh, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing really well, thank you. Great to meet you today.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
No problem at all.
Hey, hi.
Awesome, great to meet you, man. How's it going?
It's going good. How about you?
It's going really well, going really well. It's been a busy day for sure, for sure. What about yourself? How's your week been?
Yeah, it's a little bit busy. So many things are going on. But yeah, busy is always good.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just pulling up all my notes here. I guess our team helped us book this in today. And
Mhm.
I guess you also got the confirmation email. Did you get the full rundown of what we're meeting for today?
I mean, actually, I didn't get a chance to check that email. I was just looking at, before this call.
No problem at all. No problem at all. So basically, what we're doing today is we're putting together an e-newsletter interview for our list. And
Okay.
what this e-newsletter is about is it's talking about BC-based business owners and their companies moving through the pandemic, as well as their experiences moving through that, and kind of what business looks like now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
A-
And where are you
Absolutely.
based?
Pardon me. Sorry.
Where are you based? Where are you?
We're based all throughout BC. We have offices in Coquitlam, Kamloops, as well as kind of down towards the more interior and northern BC as well.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Awesome. So I'm just finishing pulling up my notes here and then we can get started. Gotcha. And so I pronounce your name Naresh Ravula?
Yeah. Yes, that's correct.
Naresh Ravula. And your company is Home Cuisines, is it?
Yes. It's startup, but I also have another web development and digital marketing company as well.
Okay, gotcha. For sure. For sure. Awesome. All right. One moment here. Perfect. Hit that there. And yeah, just while I'm pulling this up, I'll give you the rundown on who we are. So our company is Avid ActionCOACH. We're a business and development firm, business and executive coaching firm here in BC. Basically, what we do is we help business owners to expand their companies, grow them, put strategies in place to help them take their businesses to the next level. So there's a lot of really awesome stuff that we do. And yeah, we're really excited about this letter that we're putting out as well.
Okay.
All righty, we could go ahead and get started if you're ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick clap, and then that'll just let our editor know where to start the video from, and then we can continue from there.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Gosh, just give me one moment here. Oh, my camera might go off for a second. Sorry, one moment. All right, perfect. Naresh Ravula from Home Cuisines and Founder Institute is the other one?
No, the Founder Institute is startup accelerator program. So it's
Okay.
basically I joined that program in order to get some kind of a support for the startup. And another one is like a web development. It's a Aadhion Digital Aadhion Digital. It's another company is Aadhion Digital. Let me put it in the chat.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, maybe you want to send that in the chat just so I can introduce you properly, the name of your company. And I'm just going to switch off of my, I got my Bluetooth in. I should take these out. Perfect. Aadhion Digital, perfect. Aadhion Digital and Home Cuisines, cool. All right, let's get started.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, everybody, we have Naresh Ravula here from, sorry, let me pull up your thing again. All right, everybody, we have Naresh Ravula here from Home Cuisines and Aadhion Digital. How are you doing? How are you doing today, Naresh?
I'm doing wonderful, Jason. How about you? You are on mute.
Sorry, Naresh, I don't know why. I've never had these. Your audio is cutting out a little bit. Can we just do a quick audio test for you, please?
Yeah, sure. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes. Let me just bump up your volume a little bit.
Okay, let me check from my side as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's full 100% from my side.
Awesome. All right, we can get started one more time. All right, welcome everybody. We have Naresh Ravula here from Home Cuisines and Aadhion Digital. How are you doing today, Naresh?
I'm doing wonderful, Jason. How about you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Really well. Why don't you start off with Naresh? What do you do at your companies?
Yeah, so thanks for giving me the opportunity. So um, currently, like I'm owning two companies. So one is the Home Cuisine. It's a kind of a startup company which we started last year.
Hmm.
The main theme of this company is to bring authentic and traditional home cook from all over the world. So as you know, Canada is one of like almost 21% of the Canadian population is immigrants, and most of the people are craving for some kind of a traditional and authentic food. And I'm pretty sure you might be also an immigrant over here.
Hmm.
One of the things, it's been almost like a 4.5 to 5 years in Canada, and the one thing which it's been missing is we have so many restaurants and so many great places to visit and get collaborated with the colleagues, friends, and share the information. But when it comes to the food, I felt like we have a good restaurant in order to eat food, but
Hmm.
those restaurants are not the same taste which we used to get at
Hmm.
our home. So I felt like there is so much gap in the market, and I wanted to fill that gap through my startup, which is called Home Cuisine. So the main theme for this one is collaborating with the traditional home cooks as well as housewives and the professional chefs who will be able to provide their authentic and traditional food from their own home country.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
So that is the main theme for that one, and that is the first problem which we are solving. And the second problem, I think you might be aware of it. Restaurant industry is one thing which has long working hours for the each individual chef, and the kind of money they will be getting is way lesser compared to the like other jobs, and there is no flexibility for the times and everything. So we are creating a gig economy in the chef industry where they can choose their own working hours and they can provide different kind of varieties of foods directly from the comfort of their home or centralized kitchen.
Awesome. Absolutely. No, that's phenomenal for sure. And how long have you been running these companies, working in these varied industries for?
The Aadhion Digital, the web development and digital marketing company, we started during the pandemic in July 2020,
Nice.
and the home cuisines we started last year. So currently the platform is under development, and we are expected to launch in the next 45 to 60 days. We are going to launch the platform.
Gotcha. And how many team members do you guys have for the varied companies?
So we have total around 10 employees.
10 employees. Awesome. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's phenomenal. Phenomenal. And so what's the general type of clientele you deal with Audi and Digital? Is it generally business owners you're dealing with, small businesses, larger enterprises?
So right now we are dealing with the small and medium scale businesses, especially, I mean, during the pandemic, we try to help some small businesses which take the help from the BC launch online grant, and we help
Absolutely.
wide variety of clients. We help with the event management, we help with the mergers and acquisitions company, we help with the paper import export company, and
Mhm.
also we help with dog grooming services, and then e-commerce. So it's a wide variety of stuff, but we our main focus will be on e-commerce businesses, but we are open for any client who needs some kind of help in terms of the uh, digital era.
Absolutely. No, that's phenomenal. Take advantage of those grants as well, using those out, facilitate helping your clients. Phenomenal. I love that. I love that. Now, obviously, that was using those grants and things available through government support is a great resource you used throughout the pandemic. As you guys kind of did business and work throughout the pandemic, what kind of changes did you have to make to the way you facilitated working with clients, fulfilling those contracts that COVID-19 made necessary? What kind of changes were those?
One of the main change I would say is let's talk about before pandemic and after pandemic.
Mhm.
So when we talk about the before pandemic, people were very much comfortable in terms of going to the visits, and they are okay to adjust themselves without even having a digital presence. But because of the COVID, a lot of businesses have been shut down and their operations were completely stuck. There is no
Yeah.
way that they will be able to sustain with the COVID came into the picture. People understand the need for the digital presence, whether they are running in store or offshore. It is always better to have a digital presence. For example, let's say as you already know, so many e-commerce businesses thrive during that the COVID, because even though their stores were closed, the operations were still happening. There was some quite a bit of delays are there, but still the businesses are surviving because of the digital presence. So that is one thing which we have been communicating with our small business owners and other people. It doesn't matter. Yes, it requires a little bit of investment in order to become a digital presence, but it is going to help you reach more number of people. Let's assume that there is a physical presence which will be able to know for 100 people. However, if you have the digital presence, it helps you to reach more than 10,000 people, which obviously it is going to improve the the store performance
Yeah.
and be able to reach more and more people with a less effort.
100%. Yeah. It's almost without exception whenever we work with a new business now, a new business owner comes in, making sure they have a strong online presence, or at least some kind of online presence that they're building is so important, just because it's clear as day. That's where marketing is really heading right now. It doesn't have to be your only source of leads, and it shouldn't be your only source of leads. Absolutely not. But having a presence on there at the very least is absolutely necessary. Now, you kind of touched on a little bit, but of those changes you made throughout the pandemic, what have you guys continued to do now that business is starting to hopefully get back to normal? What kind of business changes have you kept, either because you guys found it to be a better way to work with your clients, or because it was just a more profitable and better practice and more flexible for your customers?
Yeah. So one thing which really helped us in terms of because as I mentioned, we started our business during the pandemic. So
Yeah.
there is a kind of benefit which we got, because we haven't started our business with a physical location. We started with a virtual location. So
Yeah.
which helps us. I mean, as you know, the working trends and remote management and the remote workforce has been keep on improving. So it helped us to thrive without having the physical location, and giving the flexibility to our clients as well as for our employees, where they can work from anywhere during their own working conditions. It is something not like you have to travel. So as you already know, I mean, the cities like Vancouver, Toronto, or the bigger cities, and also especially some of my team members are from the different countries. It's very difficult for commute. They have to spend 1 hour for travel, and before
Yeah.
travel half an hour or 1 hour, and after travel
Yeah.
half an hour or 1 hour. So we wanted to take the advantage of this one. So we help our team members. No, there is no need for being present in the office. You can, as long as you are producing the results which are required in order to thrive for the company, you don't need to travel. And we provided that flexibility. I would say that is one of the biggest advantage for us as well as our clients. So for example, if you wanted to reach out to some clients, it's good to have the personal meetings. I always miss the personal meetings because there is some kind of a personal bonding will be there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But if suppose everybody is busy and we need to make that effort in order to commit from one place to another place. However, with the flexibility of the remote workforce, we can connect half an hour in Zoom, or maybe some other way of communication. It reduces the our effort in order to complete or accomplish the task. And I would say these are the biggest changes which helped us to thrive.
Yes, 100%. Even I've been getting a lot of questions from friends and family members who knew, because we work so deeply in business development. They've been asking me things like, where do you see working remotely, or 100% remote work, or hybrid work, or all this stuff going in the future? And you kind of nailed it on the head there. You did. It really depends on whether the employees are going to be producing the results that their jobs require, that the companies require, right? If they can continue that production and keep those levels of work up, then by all means it'll stay. If if the organizations don't have the systems and structures in place to allow their employees or keep them on pace and producing those results, then obviously it's going to go away and go back to the way it was beforehand, because they go back to what works. 110%. You nailed it on the head there. Now, Naresh, this is the next one here is a little bit of a bigger one for you. So if you got to think on it, go ahead. But what would you say is one of the biggest learning lessons that you've had since being a business owner?
Okay, it's a good question actually.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to my background, I mean, I completed bachelor's degree in India, and I moved to Canada in the year 2017 to pursue Master of Business and Administration. I'm very much passionate about the business, and especially the startup ecosystem and small businesses. So I have been working as a software, like I started my career as software developer, and then I moved to the software team leader and project manager. And
Yep.
before exiting from the workforce, I became a product manager for the one of the BC's largest company. The environment which you will get in a business environment is completely different from the employment environment.
Hmm.
And I realized it once I get into the business, because there are so many bits and pieces which you need to integrate together in order to make a certain system work in a proper way. So before the business, which I was very much hoping that, like, okay, so if I have a business, clients will come into the picture, but it's not how it works.
No.
It's like, you need to have the prospect and the potential clients who are interested in your services, and that's how the business operates. You can get the teams and systems in place once you have the potential clients. So that is one of the biggest lesson. Is that even somebody who is watching, or maybe who wanted to start a business, I always recommend them that always make sure to have your potential prospects and clients in place before starting anything else.
Yes.
If you have those things in place, it's okay, they can wait for as long as you are able to accommodate the necessary things which need to be accomplished. But without having the prospects and the potential clients, it's very hard to sustain in the business. And it took me a long time to digest that kind of information and to understand how a traditional business works and how it is different from the working environment. That is the first point which I always recommend to the people. And the second thing, which I would say, is when you're working in an employment environment, you have only specific tasks which are allocated for you. Let's
Yep.
say, for example, if I'm a project manager, my main motto is make sure that talking with the stakeholders and getting the things done as per the requirements from the stakeholders, and delegate the task to the employees and getting the things done. But when it comes to a business environment, it's every day thousands of things will revolve in your mind. For
Yes.
example, accounting, or invoices, employee hiring, firing, and management, and the client account management, and making sure that everything is going as planned, and
Absolutely.
prospecting. Even though you will be allocating with the designated employees, that doesn't mean that they will be taking care of. You always need to provide some kind of a support. So I would say these are the two takeaways from transitioning from an business employment environment to a business owner.
I love that. No, that's phenomenal. One thing that we even talk to our business owners about a lot is, it's making that transition from being a manager to being a business owner. It's a very different role there, right? And sometimes you're playing both roles. Sometimes you're being the business owner, sometimes you're in that owner role, but you're also managing, because you got to handle, you got to be
Exactly.
boots on the ground, right? You wear a lot of different hats as a business owner. So you absolutely nailed it. You do have a lot of things going through your head all the time, right? That's
That's
just the
true.
reality of building business. I love that. I love that. Now, Naresh, say somebody is a small business owner right now, they're checking out this interview, and they'd like to get in touch with you guys at Aadhion Digital for some help with their digital marketing. What's the best place for them to touch base with you?
So they can touch base with me through my email ID directly, info@aadhiondigital.com. I can send you that email.
Yep, for
They
sure.
can reach out to me, and they can also reach out to me, our company contact number. We will be happy to help them in terms of where they are at, in terms of the digital presence, and how we can help them, either paid or paid marketing, or organic marketing. We can help them in various ways. When it comes to the digital, digital era, there are so many
Yep.
bits and pieces which especially the small business owners, they don't have the resources in order to implement all of those. So that's where we come into the picture. We understand the requirements and how we can strategize, not only just the paid marketing, but also what are the other ways where they can improvise their performance and get continuous leads from the various sources.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. And we'll include all your contact info below the card of this video so people can check you guys out as well. And here's the
So,
last one for you today, Naresh, and it's a big one. What is most inspiring to you today?
okay, interesting question. Mm, when it comes to being a solo entrepreneur, where especially when you are new to the business world and getting the things done, one thing which always motivates me is being optimistic about the future.
Mhm.
So whether you are a employee or business owner, it doesn't matter if you are being an employee. You will be getting like a lot of challenges from your peers or maybe your higher management. You have to deal with the challenges and situations.
Mhm.
The same thing applies when it comes to the business environment. So the one thing which always motivates me is being optimistic about the future and taking every challenge as an opportunity to thrive and move forward. That is one thing I would say. It is one of the biggest things. Whether you are just starting it out or you are in the middle of the something or maybe you already reached your milestone, if you have a positive mindset with the optimistic approach and taking every challenge as an opportunity is always going to help you to move along the way.
Absolutely. No, I love that. And that's so true. Even when I'm onboarding new members into our business community, one of the things one of our core values is actually fun. Like we actually have our core values right here behind me. And it's fun because, when you approach business, like you said, every challenge is an opportunity. There are going to come up, you're going to have those tough times, but I always find approach them with a smile on your face, looking them as opportunities. It just makes them that much more approachable. So what a great point. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Naresh. It was great to chat with you today. Great to get to know you, and we'll definitely talk more soon. Cheers.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Naresh. That was great. You did awesome. Have you done a lot of interviews before?
No, I think this is my second or third interview, I believe.
Yeah, you did phenomenal, man.
Yeah, thank you so
Absolutely. I'm
much.
just making a note here for the editor. Awesome. Absolutely. So one thing that we love to do once these videos are done, once the interviews are done, and we're totally done the interview now, is we just love to touch base with business owners on how the BC economy is going. Are you in Vancouver? Like, is that where you're based?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in
I'm
Vancouver. Yeah, and so like, where are you guys? How's business going right now? Like, we're about halfway through the year, a little bit more than that. What are you finding as trends right now in your business? Any places where you feel there are places to double down? What are you kind of feeling? There's a big labor shortage and stuff going on right now.
I mean, in terms of, especially when it comes to the web development, digital marketing, I think you might be aware of there is too much of competition from the various sources. So that is one thing is always challenge for the the web development and digital marketing space.
Yeah.
Um, in terms of the resources, I mean, because we are a pretty small organization at this point of time. I have the resources not in here, but they are from the different locations. So we are our next 6 months, our complete focus is to increasing our prospecting and potential clients, where we can get some kind of the potential clients who are interested in our services. That is our major focus in the next 6 months.
Gotcha. So lead generation, you'd say, is one of the main.
Exactly.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
lead generation for sure. I actually have a lot of experience in marketing agencies and agency work before I was general manager here at the firm. I actually ran my own agency for a long time, and
Nice.
we focused a lot on the fitness and health based industries. Was where we
Cool.
focused a lot of our efforts on. Absolutely, yeah. I've found a lot with my experience because I've worked with other agency owners as well. And when it comes to lead generation, defining that target market and really making sure you're clear on who they are, and then appealing to their necessary needs of that specific industry, really make yourself really powerful and really make your services unique. um,
Exactly.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I want to be respectful of your time here, but one of the things that we are offering to all business owners that are doing these interviews for us, it gives us an awesome opportunity to have some a unique perspective on our newsletter, as well as you're sharing your knowledge with our database where this interview is going to be distributed. Is we are offering a free, what we call a business strategy session. We value these at about $350 per when we sell them normally, and we'd love to buy you one if you're open to it. What the session looks like is you're going to get 90 minutes with the owner of the firm, Derek Boyce, he's the head executive coach here. And
Mhm.
what these sessions are designed to do is make sure that you have a plan to really grow out of this session. So, for example, when I went through my strategy session for my agency with Derek, we really got clear on what services of mine were producing the most profit, and then how to market those specific services to my ideal audience. We got a whole plan in place. I left that, and I actually grew my revenue by about 200% in the
Oh,
next
nice.
like 16 weeks after that first strategy session. I attended a couple other events too, but Yeah, so they're very powerful events designed to help you grow, and absolutely something like defining a really strong lead generation strategy is something Derek is going to be able to help you to do. He helped me do it for my agency, and he was actually one of the top salesmen for Ford Canada for a number of years too. He's very well experienced. Do you think you'd value a session like that, going through that?
Uh, at what time? Like, I mean, because like right now the schedule is little bit too much occupied. May I know the how the schedule look like?
Totally, yeah. The session itself will take about 90 minutes. You will have to complete a questionnaire, which only takes about 5 to 10 minutes prior to, just so that Derek has enough background on your business. He could do research and come to it prepared. And his schedule is pretty booked out right now. It wouldn't probably be till about the end of next week or the week after, but we can get it scheduled in right now if you'd like.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome, sounds great. I'll pull up his calendar here. And so, I'm sorry, when did you say that you came to, you started in Canada around?
2017. I came here in 2017.
Oh, 17. Awesome. Awesome. My folks came here in 97.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you come here? You born here?
I was born here, actually. Yes. I was born in Alberta, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. My folks are from Pakistan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Absolutely. All righty. Let's look. So it looks like, sorry, go ahead.
You born and brought up in Alberta and moved to BC?
I was actually being all over. My folks moved here because my dad was on the oil patch in Alberta. And then we were in Toronto for a few years, and then we moved out to BC.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like on Friday he has a couple times. Is morning or afternoon a better time for you?
Afternoons will be better.
Afternoon would be better. Okay, he's got 2 times available on Friday the 5th. He has a 1 p.m., 1 p.m. to 2:30, and then a 3 p.m. to 4:30. Those are the 2 times available.
Give me 1 second. I
No
think
problem. No problem at all.
I need to check my calendar actually. Give me 1 second. The internet is little bit.
No problem. No problem at all.
Can we schedule it for next week? Because I think next week my schedule is a little bit packed and I won't be able to make it. So can we make it like next week?
For sure. Let me look at what he's got available. Do you have some time available on the 8th, Monday the 8th?
Monday 8th. Which Monday you are saying?
Monday the 8th. So we have. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong week here. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why I was like, Monday 8th. No, there is no Monday on 8th. So I was just like wondering.
Gotcha. So okay. on the following week, what day works well for you?
I think Friday will be better.
Friday the 5th?
Yeah, Friday the 5th will be fine.
Okay, cool. And what time?
Maybe around 1 p.m.
Around 1 p.m. Cool. We have a 1 to 2:30 on Friday the 5th.
Yeah, that will be better.
Perfect. Just give me 1 second here. And what's the best phone number to reach you at, Naresh?
250 797
797
4367
4327
67 250.
Yep.
250 797 4367.
267. Perfect. I'll get that scheduled in for you. So what'll happen from here, Naresh, is you'll get a confirmation email, and then right at the end of that will be a link. It'll say business background questionnaire. Can I count on you to fill that out by like this evening or tomorrow? It should only take you about 5 or 10 minutes. If you don't understand any of the questions, you can just leave them blank. It just gives us, because he needs a couple of days to do that research.
Okay, sure. I will try to do that. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Naresh. I appreciate it. we got that booked in for you. I really look forward to that. You guys are going to have a good session there. If you have any questions leading up to it, let me know. And Derek will also be calling himself just to introduce himself to you prior to. And other than that, man, it's been great chatting with you. Our team's going to take in the interview. They'll edit it up, and in the next couple of weeks, it'll be out, and then we'll send you the links to everything once it's out.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Naresh. We'll keep in touch. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.